wo mu haiki. Okwakom na zo na simu fiano. So ya sana sizim ya yaiki. I say radical boy we not a hear word. I'm a radical music in the scene I repeat. On a dick hang on my when I take it to the streets. Na music makari and then na competition man na marachi kuna ndume we ni.
I want a stranger lyric streety. So I want to need the intro. It's your boy Kelar Thrillz. I'm a rapper, indigenous rapper actually, songwriter, dance choreographer, and an entrepreneur. Passion to me is a driving force. I would say it's something propelled by love for something basically. So if you love dancing, so it's easy for you to develop passion for doing that because it's something you love to do. So passion for me is like a mantra. Passion for me is, I mean, it's all I usually have left when there is nothing. Like they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So for me, I would say this whole journey started when I was born. It's funny, right? But then I've been doing this for, I mean, as long as I can remember, since childhood. Even mom tells me the stories and stuff like that. But it got real for me like after secondary school. And then, you know, while everyone was looking for what to do next with their lives and stuff, I tried going to school, but I got admission, but then one thing led to another. I dropped. I don't think it's what I wanted as a then, so started pursuing my career. Started out dancing first and then switched to music. Music for me became very real like 2012, 2013. Yeah. Back then, like when we go for dance performances, usually I just go up first, do like a freestyle or something. And then, you know, when I started seeing that, oh, people really react, they resonate with this kind of stuff I do, I decided to, you know, like take it real seriously. I think it was in 2013 I dropped my debut single, Echoes of Victory. Every time I talk about that song, my face just goes down. Like, someone's like, why? I'm like, I mean, I know that probably that was my best as at then, but, you know. And then I think it was after then I met someone who has really helped me, whole lot, who has really, you know, helped to groom this guy you see right here, Don Ralph. He was also one of the people who kept on encouraging and pushing. And, you know, one thing is to have talent, and then another thing is to have people around you who knows the, you know, what to do with that, you know. So he was one of those people, and he really pushed me as I then, you know. I think 2015 I dropped my second single, and then on and on till now. So for me, it pretty much started on the streets, one confused kid who doesn't really know what to do with himself, and then just as God will have it, every man has a purpose, every man has a reason why they're here. So I found mine and I've been on it. It's been a thing of passion for me, but also there is purpose, you know, embedded in it. So passion and purpose, the two. Why do I say so? When I look back, or I just like checked to see what I could do with my life, and then I was left with singing, dancing, acting. Okay, playing football wasn't part of it, and you know, probably trading or something. You get, and then I started singing first, and then dancing, and then stuff like that. These are like things I got fond of doing. I started loving it. And then it got to a point, it just became something of passion. You understand? So it wasn't like, oh, from day one, it was the passion driving me. But then somewhere along the line, the passion came through, and then somewhere along the line, purpose came knocking, and I just knew this was it. One thing I think is peculiar to me is the fact that I see the good in other people. I see, the creative or the talent in other people, and then I want to help. Okay, so at the moment I have about 12 to 15 other guys who are also on this team because I just see what they have and then I want to work with them. And you know how things spread. That's one part. And then the second part is that I try to structure my art in such a way that it reaches or it achieves the purpose which it's given for. You get, I just don't like to go out and dance. I like to be very purposeful. I like to have an aim in mind. So I structure my choreography in such a way that, it cuts across. You get, and for someone who has been in the industry for over 8 years now, one thing I always do is, already I know well, maybe not fully, but I understand the market. And given different jobs to do, I think I know what to do with it. And then I listen to people a lot, especially my team members, because 2 heads are better than one. It has helped my choreography as well, because I don't just come out to say, oh, since I'm the leader, this is what I want you guys to do. And I leave room for them to also express themselves, and then I pick on whatever they have and I refine it or direct it or stuff like that. It's pretty much helped me. So even when I teach kids, it's the same. It's the same approach. I let them express themselves. But first, I think majorly for me, the unique thing is I see what other people have, and then, I just build on it.
1, 2, ready!
I do a whole lot of weird stuff depending on what I have to do. If it's for writing, because I like to do like street kind of music and stuff. Sometimes I like to just take a long walk in a very busy area, just take a very long walk. I am not the type that sits in a very quiet place and then inspirations are coming. I don't know how to do that. So I'm in a very busy place. I'm seeing different things happen. I'm observing different patterns like that. So it both influences the choreography part and and then sometimes I just watch people dance. I could just play a song and, watch my guys dance. Just do some. And then I'm watching them and then I'm observing patterns. And for my music, sometimes I talk to people, because I like to get like real feedback about stuff, what people think about. I like to refer my music as real music because I write from experiences, not just mine, but from the experiences of people around me as well, So I get to ask them questions, things, because you have to be very broad with your whatever it is you're doing, your art. You have to be able to cut across to different people. So I try to just reach out to people to say, hey, if you're in this situation, what would you do? Stuff like that. So I ask questions a lot. I take a walk a lot, and I sleep. So yeah, I sleep when I hit the creative block. I just sleep, drink water, sleep. Like, guys, not today. Right, go see a movie or something, just pretty much anything to calm my nerves, make me relax, help me observe. Yeah, pretty much my process. And then I like to be at peace. I like to very much be at peace with people around me. I sort of get very affected by, say I have issues with someone right now and I want to do something. If it's someone very close to me, I just have to walk up to that person to say, see, I'm sorry about this, that, this, let's just let it go. Just so I can have a clear mind, because I get affected a whole lot. My conscience is so awake. So if I feel like I am not at peace with myself for whatever reason, I just try to go sort that out, and then I'm back on my work, and that's my process. I remember growing up as a child, my dreams used to be, or the dream I had consistently was standing in front of people and playing the guitar and singing. that's the dream back then. But then it's a different ball game when you grow, or when you're grown. It's a different ball game. So for me, impact is key. If I'm not taking people along on this journey, then I am just wasting. I'm wasting this gift. I'm wasting everything, the resources God has given. There's a quote I use oftentimes when I talk to my guys. They say, if I might not be able to change the world, but I might be able to spark, that flame that makes someone else, run on the same course. So for me, it's life of impact, nothing else. Reach people with your art, reach people with your music, your sound, your movement. Help people see themselves for who they really are.
Are we ready for this? Let's go! Okay.
To love life is, for me, it's to fully embrace life and all it brings, the good, the bad, the ugly. Being able to use all of this to make something for yourself. Being able to see that you probably don't have control over a whole lot of things and be at peace with it. Be at peace with the things you have control over. The ones you don't have control over, just let them be. It got to a point where I just had to come out of the box to say, being an indigenous rapper or singer doesn't mean you only rap in one language. Man, if you're blessed and you can speak other languages, use it. That still makes you an indigenous artist. Okay, so thank God I could speak Yoruba. I learned that one during my stay here in Lagos, and then I could speak a little of Hausa. I learned that from the Hausa community where I grew up, and then I could speak different languages. So what I try to do in my music these days is speak all of this, but then my song is always 60% of my native language, Igbo, and then the rest I try to put the English, the Yoruba, the Hausa, the different things. So even if it's just a line of just a line from that you understand, it will make a whole lot of sense to you. So that's just how I cope with it now. It used to be a problem, but now I try to just merge everything together in a very meaningful ratio. So work is love made visible. My work has to do with art. My work has to do with people. My work has to do with spirituality, my faith. My work has to do with different things. So all of these things put together are things I love. So these things come to play in my work. Have I been able to convince you or confuse you? Let me take it again. My work has to do with people, the arts, my environment, my faith, and all of these things together are what makes up my work. And all of these things are the things I love. And all of these things come to play in my work. Okay, fine, solve that. Loving my vocation has been able to help me love other people, express myself in different ways, not being selfish with my ideas. For one, you could only see things for yourself, but then with what I do, I can begin to see how other people, I can begin to see other people's perception about life, about love, about art, about different things like that. So it pretty much opens me up to a whole lot of things I love, The difference I seek to make in the Nigerian music industry is to be able to put out music with message and good rhythm, basically. Okay, so I'm a Christian and I love to sing about my faith a whole lot. And I know there's this thing about, you know, the kind of songs you expect from a gospel artist. So it's supposed to be very whack, and the videos are supposed to be very, you know, rivers and flowers and stuff like that. So I want to be able to take that to the next level, you understand? Make quality music that would cut across to both the church folks and the street folks. The sole purpose of what we do is to reach out to people. So I might not be able to identify or say specifically that this is the person, but I know that every young person out there who comes from a humble beginning will be able to connect with what I do. I mean, with the fact that, I started also from, you know, streets of Bariga here. And, but by God's grace, see how far we've come. So even without saying anything or doing anything, people just see, you know, they know where you come from and they see where you are now and they are inspired. If I were to say something to, you know, me back then, all I'll say is discover yourself early enough. Stay around people who build you up. Get closer to, or let me put it in the easiest way you understand. Get to know God for yourself, because people would say a whole lot of things to you and you get confused, really. So get to know God for yourself. The more you know Him, the more you know yourself. And look for that thing. There's always this one thing that your heart, your mind, your soul, everything just pulls to. Like, there's something you always notice. Even if, you know, you could walk in a room and nobody notices that except you, that might just be something. Story's ready. The producer is around now. Okay, guys, I guess it's time to go. Hopefully you'll see me do one or two things in the studio. Come on in.
I'm just stranger on the streets, Shama. So I won't need intro. Oh yeah, feel it.
Hey, Lorenzi! Come on, fun now. Baby. Which jam is this one? I like. I guess something will make sense. So, like, all these ones now for intro. Okay, something like Saiwako connect. Tobechuku make you connect. I'm gonna make a voice some now. My voice some straight up. Okay. Hey, Saiwako connect. Tobechuku make you connect. Hey, Saiwako connect. Where Zanku make you connect. Hey, Tochuku. If you too cool, you dey learn walk. Oh, Tochuku. Radical boy, now they break bottle. Baba no they sleep on top my hustle. Lekwenso na bam bam wana muscle. I no get you for Sakama jail. Somebody talk say wahala deal. Steady with the word solution go deal. It could come on I know they fail me. Only Sabatano got in the popo. H's and any back on our fozo. Many be the yard for the righteous. Vincent and Yama God they save us. I know they form for the big God. You know that news up on the yard Nicago. Radical boys the way they don't pick it call. No light time and if I put no wako. Ivy. Connect. Where else I can make you connect? Don't you know? Somebody talk to steady with the word solution go deal. You could come on and know it. Now to just book session finish them up. But the vibe makes sense now. Now see us now. Yes, sir. One no way. I want you stranger on the street to Yoshamo. It's your boy Kelar Thrillz, and you've been watching Shine. Make sure you subscribe. They have amazing content for you guys, and keep watching. I know you've all been watching and following the whole interview and wondering what my song sounds like. All right, so I have a couple of songs out there. I have an EP titled YARB EP. That is Young and Radical Believer EP. All right, and then it's a 5-track EP. I actually collaborated with someone else who raps in Yoruba, a friend of mine, Obarengi. So you can check that out too. And then I have No Rejection. I have another single called Egweji. I have another single titled, and the most recent one is titled Neighbor, Nebo. I don't know how to spell well, but Neighbor. All right. So check that on. It's on iTunes. It's on. I mean, to just give you the easiest way, Google Kelar Thrillz. You would see links. You would see different places where you could download my songs. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you want to connect with me on social media, you can reach me on Instagram at Kelar Thrillz. That is at KELARTHRILLZ. Same with Twitter at Kelar Thrillz. And on Facebook, you can connect with me, still the same name, Kelar Thrillz. Everywhere in the world, Kelar Thrillz. Go to the supermarket, Kelar Thrillz.